Welcome to the most played games list on Xbox for 12/17/17. There you go. And this is going to be the first time that PUBG makes an appearance on the list. That's why I waited to bring you this video. So as far as the top 8, Grand Theft Auto and Rainbow Six Siege swap places. Destiny 2 and 2K18 have swapped places. So the two shooter games are slightly on a decline as the more casual games are rising up. This might be a trend. This might be a little nothing. We're not sure yet. We'll wait and find out. But it's just something small to pay attention to. If you go over to Steam Spot A though and check the PC stats for Rainbow Six Siege had a peak in concurrent players yesterday at 95,000. Rainbow Six Siege is doing just about the same as it is on Xbox as it is on PC. That's a very interesting thing I want to pay attention to and see if this stays the same. So I like that. They're pretty close at least. Then you got casual Overwatch at 9th, then Madden 18, and then Rocket League still holding steady at the 11th spot. And then if we go over to Steam Spy to check to see how Rocket League is doing, it also peaked out at 63,000. That looks pretty similar to where it should be at on the console. So that's another interesting thing to pay attention to, is that Rocket League is doing great on PC and on the Xbox. That's why I say shout out to Psyonix. It's only $20 and it's very popular and it's a good game. It's good all around. It's a positive right now in this 2017 gaming industry. And then PUBG makes its first appearance at a measly 12th place, and it's only $30 and it only managed to come in at 12th place. Star Wars Battlefront 2 did do better on initial sales than PUBG, so that's a very interesting thing. Because if we go over to PC, which is still insane, PUBG's numbers on the PC, it had a peak concurrent player base of almost 2.5 million players yesterday. That's insane! So PUBG's absolutely killing it on the PC. It had to be between 100,000 and 60,000 on console, so big difference between PC and console. That's what I want to do to pay attention to. If you compare the other games like Rocket League and Rainbow, compare them to how PUBG's doing, completely different story. And so that's why I asked the question, did Fortnite actually hurt PUBG? Because it looks like it did. On the initial sales, it did really bad. And Fortnite is doing insane still. It barely even noticed that PUBG even came out. So it's obvious that they're two different player bases. But is Fortnite the craving of the Battle Royale game mode that everybody wanted? And it's casualized, so the casuals won't even trickle over to PUBG now. And maybe the PC casual players have already went to PUBG because it was out on PC first. So that's a little interesting thing I'm not sure about. That's just my theory on why it's played out like that. PUBG will tell you that it's just because they did it bet first, but I think there's a lot more into the situation than just that. I tell you that much. Maybe that explains why PUBG thinks that being first does matter, is because they know their game's only good if it comes out first, like it did on PC, because if it doesn't come out on first on console, it doesn't do good because it's maybe not that great of a game and it's got some issues. It's got to iron out first. Moving on, we got Warframe still at 17th. That's very strong. And then at 19th, you got Division. After the 1.8 patch, after even Marco Styles has said that the game is in its best state ever, and it definitely looks like it, and I'm glad they've continued to improve upon the game, and its positioning on this chart definitely reflects their hard work for this game and making it better. It's just, I got screwed out of the game, so I can't play it to even do that, so sorry guys. I can't even make a video, I can't even play the game to tell y'all. Get wrecked, sorry guys, I tried. But shout out to Division though, shout out to Division and Warframe for showing you that quality games do slowly bubble and rise to the top. Then a little bit lower down you got Assassin's Creed Origins at 22. Then you got, once again, another Ubisoft game, For Honor at 32, which I asked this question, again, does that mean For Honor is the most played fighting game? Because as you see on this list, there's no other fighting games until a little bit lower. So technically, I just find that interesting that Ubisoft even tried to fulfill a niche. Ubisoft tried to fulfill a niche that nobody even knew with a nuanced style game. And it's the most popular fighting game because of that. So this is why I respect Ubisoft. It's because their green light for Division, Rainbow Six Siege, and For Honor, and their dedication to improve those games. The most played games list shows that, and those are solid games that I'm glad they greenlit. And the best thing about this is if all of these games deserve a sequel, and if they do that and they do them right, like they've been doing these games right after post-launch support, maybe we will witness Ubisoft's reign of dominance. That's something I want you guys to pay attention to in the year's future. Because if we went back to E3 3-4 years ago when we saw Division, For Honor, and Rainbow Six Siege shown off, that Ubisoft, we were negative. We were like, oh, Ubisoft just, oh, downgrade. Meanwhile, Ubisoft has quietly built a powerhouse of quality games, and that's my takeaway from that. I'll tell you that much. And then you got Call of Duty Black Ops 2 at 29th, which puts it right next to Gears 4, Halo 5, and one ahead of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, COD, that came out well after it. And it also has its 360 player base to mix with that, so it's actually more popular than those games just named. So that's something I want you guys to be that's something else I want people to pay attention to. Black Ops 2, an alright Call of Duty. It's still more popular than shit COD and shit Microsoft exclusive games that have no soul and no ingenuity and just no soul anymore. It's another example of games that have even the slightest amount of soul with the Call of Duty name on it can show and shine in a time like this. I like that. It makes me happy that Black Ops 2 is more popular than Infinite Warfare. It's a better game, and I don't even like that game that much, but it definitely is a better game. That's gonna be the video. I don't know, it's in there somewhere. Thanks for watching though. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the list. If you have any different observations on this list and any future sight and any hindsight you would like to talk about on this list, let's get the comment section going. I think this is a really interesting thing in gaming, the trends of what people are playing. It's very important to the landscape to know and have perspective on what's popular and what's not popular. People think Overwatch is super duper popular. It's not. Rainbow Six Siege is more popular. PUBG is more popular. Overwatch is overrated. It's not that good. Like, come on guys, like, let's talk about the games that actually are popular and that are good, opposed to the ones that are mediocre and just aren't as popular as people believe they believe them to be. So yeah, that's my takeaway. Thanks for watching. Peace out.